Welcome to Pixotope Academy. In today's video, we'll be discussing the different models of internal keyer available in Pixotope. Starting with Pixotope 2.0, we've added the PX2 model as an upgrade to our legacy PX1 model of internal keyer. The PX2 model uses a different color space to project the alpha calculation, giving a better out-of-the-box solution for most productions. We've kept the PX1 model as a legacy for those productions who are already using it for their Virtual Studio needs. Additionally, we've added the automatic clean plate generation feature. This directly benefits the Add Luma key and Add Shadows slider. The automatic clean plate generation is based on a calculated difference image algorithm, which should allow you to have a better way of detecting which colors you want to key. This is meant to give you more out of the Add Luma key function and have you rely less on the Adjust Foreground and Background sliders. Now we're going to compare the two keyer models. Let's begin with the PX1. We'll go ahead and select Initialize Key, and we're going to select a few of the more saturated spots of our green screen. Then we'll select the Initialize Key button, and we want to make sure that we select Send Key to Output. This way we can review our alpha in the next window. We'll select the Close button, and now we're going to review the alpha in Editor. Our first challenge is going to be the foreground, which is not whole. In fact, you can see that the genes are getting keyed slightly because of the blue in them. And when we look at the composite, you can see that these are becoming transparent. Now, regardless of which keyer you use, we're going to want to begin with the Add Luma key and do as much as we can with this slider before doing a pass with the Adjust Foreground and Background sliders. This is because as we use the Adjust Foreground to get back details and the Adjust Background to eliminate the rest of the background, we have a tighter key. We want these two sliders to be as far apart as possible, resulting in a loose key, which will provide a more gradual fall off between the alpha and the background, resulting in a better resolution of your keyed image. As you can see in our composite, we have some blotchy edges of the hair and a pretty sharp outline along our talent. Now we're going to add a bit more Luma key and try to fill in some of the hair details that we've lost. And finally, we'll dial back the Adjust Background just a bit. And that's about the best we're going to get with the PX1 under these conditions. Alright, so now let's switch to the PX2 model. We'll reset our sliders and initialize our key. Now the PX2 model should work better out of the box than the PX1 in most scenarios. Let's send the key to video output and switch between the two models. Immediately, you can see how much noisier the PX1 model is and how much better of a job the PX2 does of initially isolating the talent from the background. And this means that we can do less refinement with the other sliders and overall less manipulation to the image, which is going to be better for the composite. And what's great about this is that means we can just focus on bringing back the details. Alright, we don't have to adjust the background very much in this case, and I don't think we need to even touch the Adjust Foreground slider because the Luma key has already made our talent be completely whole in the foreground. And if we switch to the PX1 model, immediately the hair becomes blotchy in the details, and we even see a bit of the alpha bleeding through, resulting in a bit of transparency in our talent. And since we're not having to troubleshoot getting a good initial key, we can now focus on getting a good composite and even adding shadow to our scene. On the floor, we can now get a better sense of shadows reading underneath our talent. And we can see this even more clearly when we go to a close-up. Now let's look at another use case where we can see some clear benefits of using the PX2 model. We'll switch back to the PX1 model, and now you can see we're working with some of the more troublesome colors for any green screen production. Cyan and yellow. These two colors can be easily confused with the background green color when being keyed. If we switch on the alpha, you can see how much these two colors are actually bleeding through into the background. As a result, this forces us to be very aggressive with the Adjust Foreground value in order to get this whole. And a workaround to this in PX1 is using the Adjust Key Color Intensities, which will allow you to isolate these problematic colors. We'll reset our sliders. Now, if we switch over to the PX2 model, immediately you can see a drastic improvement in the keyer's ability to discern these colors from the background. And when we review this in the alpha, we can see the soft details we've been able to keep in the hair while also having a solid alpha for our talent in the composite, all while preserving our talent's troublesome wardrobe selection. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and please see our Help Center for more great resources to get the most out of your next production with Pixotope.